I'm so excited about this episode. It's the high ticket shortcut. How to sell transformation, not time. This is the world in which we are in. Most women entrepreneurs over 50 are undercharging, not because you aren't skilled, but because you're packaging your work in a way that's keeping you stuck in the time for money model. And I know you've heard that before, but we're going to talk about it in a new way today. So if you've ever felt like you need more clients just to make ends meet, today's episode, we're going to talk about why fewer clients at higher rates is actually the shortcut to six figures. Okay, take a breath. And the thing of it is, the better you are at enrollment, the more clear you are about what you offer. You've heard me really talk about clarity of message, the more you can charge, because that expertise finds a place with people who are really willing and motivated to pay for something that's very painful to them or something they're really highly motivated to shift, right? And so I'm going to teach you this high ticket shortcut. It's something I started doing. I'm teaching my clients to do is how to shift from low ticket, low offer, hourly work into selling transformation, high value offers that actually truly honor your wisdom and showcase the value that you provide, because that's how we set prices, based on value, not on time. So we're going to go over this, and there's some mindset shifts that I'm going to take you through. So get out your pen and paper and take some notes, okay? Because this is going to be a juicy episode for you. And one of the things I want to acknowledge is why women undercharge and how that's holding you back. There's this invisible ceiling, right? Like, women are conditioned to charge less, give more, and avoid asking for too much. We feel like we're taking money or food out of someone else's mouth. That's actually not true. And secondly, is that time-based pricing, that if you sell by the hour, then your income is limited by your availability. Now, if you're like me, you want a business on your own terms, what I call a boutique business. What I mean by a boutique business is that you have high ticket premium clients paying you really well for a very specific, clearly identified transformation, and you have a small team and you keep a lot of your money. Like, that's what's important to me. One of my friends is also leading a mastermind that I'm in, and she saw me with this furrowed brow in the back of the room, and she thought I was mad at her. And later she came up and asked me, she goes, "Are you okay? You're giving me funny faces." And I go, "No, when you start talking about money and digits and marketing and all that, I start digging in." And she said to me, she goes, "Oh, you're trying to figure out how to be the most profitable person in the room." Like, that's actually true. We are doing this to keep the money, are we not? Can we agree on that? Right? And if we're doing this to keep the money, then we want to be smart about how we engineer our business. And I believe in the premium ticket client model, and there's many pathways to get there. Okay. And so what does high ticket actually mean? Because it's not about charging more for the same service. That's not it. Because high integrity, ethical women are not going to do that. You're going to try it once and it's going to feel yucky and you're going to walk away. It's about restructuring the way you deliver your value. That's the key, right? And the takeaway here is that you're not selling time, you're selling a transformation. I can never say that to you enough. I want you to let that sink in, because those of us in this age stage who've been highly conditioned away from asking great money for the incredible services that we offer need to get it in our heads and our hearts and our bodies that we're selling a transformation. We're not selling time, because you're not a good judge of how valuable your time is, but you're a good judge of how valuable a transformation is. Get it? Right? Okay. So then the question becomes, how do you package your work into a high value offer? The first step is that you've got to identify that core transformation you provide. You've heard me talk about this before. I'm going to talk about it till I'm blue in the face, because we need to get specific, right? What's that big shift clients will experience? Like they'll go from scattered and unclear to having a thriving practice. The bigger the shift, the more valuable the offer. So you really need to step into your self leadership here with this. Okay. And you've got to structure. Step two is to structure your offer for maximum value. So instead of selling hours, sell a complete journey. What is that journey? What's that arc? And even if you sell a piece of a bigger arc, that's fine because there's multiple stages in an arc. So let's say someone's husband dies or their partner dies. There is an entire grief arc that is going to affect their entire being and their entire life. Maybe what you offer is right when it happens, right? And you have an entire journey of how to get out of the shock and the trauma and into clear headedness, right? Or you might be the one who offers that beginning of going down the well, right? We've moved out of the shock and the grief and the trauma, but they don't know how to rebuild their life. So when you can define what that starting point is and what that ending point is, and identify an arc that you take people on, or a customer journey or a client experience, right? You can structure what you offer for maximum value because it's very clear the beginning, the middle, and the end, and people can identify with that. So an example could be a 3-month deep dive program into what you need right when someone dies, a recent tragedy, right? A 3-month program versus selling a package of coaching sessions. Either of those work. I'm not slamming hourly coaching sessions. I'm just saying we want to get you on the path to maximum value and high profit. That's the identification of a boutique business in my world, right? Step 3, you want to communicate the results, not the logistics. So why do we fall into communicating the logistics? Because it feels safer. It feels safer to talk about time when we meet, that there's a community and blah, 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 right? Clients don't buy community. Clients don't buy coaching sessions. They buy life-changing, altering results they can see themselves getting. And I'll talk about this in an upcoming episode, but one of our biggest jobs of sales is to really invite people to consider that the result they want is actually possible for them through your program. Okay. So getting back to this, communicate the results, not the logistics, is about instead of saying you get 10 sessions, you might say in 90 days, you'll go from this to that. You'll have a 6-figure offer. You'll have a marketing plan. You'll have a health plan. You'll be on the road to being free of chronic pain, right? That's much more palatable. People don't know what to do with a coaching session because you're going to have to guide them. But if I tell you, you come into my world and for this much money over the course of a year, we're going to get you a 6-figure business and we're going to get you clients, right? Throughout that time. That's a very, very tangible result. I'm not going to tell you what modalities I'm going to use and what trainings I'm going to pull from. No one wants to know that. I'm sorry, my loves, they don't. They want to know what they can get. That will always be what people are looking for, because when they're feeling that urgency to solve a problem, the brain wants a fast answer. Okay. So the takeaway is people don't pay for information, they pay for transformation. Write it down. Put it on a sticky note. Put it somewhere you're going to see it every day, right? So the next piece of this is you've got to make a shift. You've got to confidently own your value. I know you've heard that before, and it's like, well, how do I do that? Right? Like in the dating world, well, you'll meet them when you least expect it. So I went around for a couple of years going, well, tell me how to least expect it. Right? Like you want to know. So this mindset shift around high ticket is about, it's ethical to charge high ticket. Why? Because people value what they invest in. The more skin in the game, the more they perceive value, the more willing there are to invest. Now, remember, they're not just investing money, they're investing energy and time. All three are equally important resources to people. They're gauging that, right? You are when you're looking to buy something. So why would it be different? And the clients who invest more show up more and get better results. I started raising my rates because I only want private clients who are coachable and they implement. There's nothing more frustrating for me to be working with clients and we have the same conversation X many times. I want to see implementation. I want to see you going and doing your homework. I want to see you working towards results because my satisfaction comes when you actually get traction. That's what I care about is you getting results. I don't care about you listening to me for an hour. I don't, right? And that this idea of pricing and that high ticket is actually ethical is because your pricing should reflect the depth of your wisdom and the impact you create. This is one of the most painful rubs for women is that you've worked a lifetime for your wisdom and you don't see in a reward, you don't see a payoff for it, right? And it's like I heard a beautiful quote from a friend the other day. She's like, I'm not in it for the money, but I want the money. And that's that rub is that your pricing should reflect the depth of your wisdom and the impact that you create. Okay, ready for the second mindset shift? It's easier to sell one high ticket offer than 10 low ticket offers. And when you sell short term offers, you create that many more enrollment cycles. So to work a little bit more and have multiple calls to get somebody into a 6-month thing or a 10-month thing is less work in the long run than doing that twice to get somebody in multiple 90-day things after they've had time with you and they're in the mindset that they feel like they've already had movement. They tend to talk themselves out of reinvesting. There's a whole sales strategy around getting people to reinvest. But for this mindset shift that it's easier to sell one high ticket offer, what if you sold one $10,000 offer a month? It's a lot less stress. So the reasons for this is that the boutique business model means fewer clients, more money, and better results. You get to keep more money. I'm always going to be teaching you the strategies to keeping more money. High ticket clients require less convincing, less saleswomanship because they're already serious. I don't know about you, but I want serious clients. I want motivated clients. My time is valuable to me. And there's people out there who need what I have that are coachable and implementers. And I don't want to take up any of my precious time with somebody who isn't that person. And I want you to get to that level of clarity because remember, we talked about the resonant field that shifts who you'll attract. It's a game changer to do this. Okay. The third mindset shift is your pricing sets the standard for your industry. So women over 50 are leading a new economy. I've been saying this for a long time, that there is an emergence of women of affluence. There is the great wealth transfer to women, right? And one more feminine expertise is valued. You are doing your job in the feminine collective when you value your expertise. So if you're not ready to do it for yourself, do it for the collective, okay? Because I believe in you with the right set of skills. I've seen women go from charging $20 an hour to getting $6,000 a client in a matter of 30, 60 days. No lie, okay? I will never blow smoke, all right? And by pricing your work properly, you actually start to call in people who are serious and who really want it. And that's going to be much more satisfying for you. You also set an example for other women to be able to set their prices at a level that's actually what's deserved. So the takeaway here is pricing high isn't just for you, it's for your clients, your industry, and the next generation of feminine entrepreneurs. That gets me excited, right? That leading by example and standing for the value that you offer is not negotiating your price, okay? But by continually getting smarter about how you communicate the value that you offer. I hope that this was incredibly helpful for you. this is something that I love to talk about. And I really want you to take this in. I actually would even recommend that you listen to this a second time. And those mindset shifts, let them land. Let them really land with you. Do some journaling afterwards, right? And I'm going to wrap up on the note that you're worth every dollar, every thousand, every 10,000. In this world we are in, we are at that moment where wise women who've spent their entire life as lifelong learners cultivating mastery, cultivating certifications and trainings of certain levels, stop struggling to monetize their gifts, because it is time that you had the money and it is time that your clients had the transformation. The two go together. Got it? All right. So if this resonated with you, I invite you to sign up below for the Six Figure Business Accelerator, where I'll help you craft your marketing, clear and confident marketing, design your six-figure sweet spot, and monetize your goddess given gifts. I'm super excited about this training. I've been working on it for a long time, and everything has really come together. And this is a get traction, get results training. It's not just listen to a bunch of stuff and taking away a bunch of information. I'm going to put you into action. The link is below. Register. I hope you'll join me, because this is hot. This is what we need. And this is how you're going to get there through feminine energy. So I'm Julie Steelman. And until next time, stay fiercely feminine.